What is up, degenerates? We are back at the verse, the word, the spoken word we are here to give you. I want to ask you, I want to tell you guys a little story. I was going to ask you a question, but it was basically a rhetorical question because I already know you don't know the answer. I was going to ask, do you guys know how me and Chris met? And the answer is we were at the gym. And you know what we were doing at the gym? We were putting in that work, baby. We were chopping logs, baby. Just like this, chopping wood. And I saw my boy Chris, and you know what? He was on the incline chest press machine, and he had 6 plates total loaded up. I said, that dude is a dog. Let me go talk to him. Let me go find out what he's all about. I walked up to him. I said, what's up? He said, I'm Chris. I'm a worker. I said, I'm Trent. I'm a worker. From that day on, we never took a Labor Day off.
Never, ever take days off. The only people that take days off are normies and NPCs. They do not have souls. The way to get through this matrix is through hard work. Yes, sir. And, you know, to add on to that story, dude, like, bro, when it comes to bodybuilding, dude, Trey Souls is on a whole new level, man. Like, you got to put him against some of these other bodybuilders. The guy can bench, he can deadlift. I mean, what, are you in the 1,000-pound club?
I'm in the 1,000-pound club. I'm working on amping my stuff up right now, but I got a little bit of an old bone, so you know sometimes the squats and the deadlifts don't move as easy. But you know what? I'm training for physique now. I'm not really training for power anymore. But no steroids, all natural, all work. The moral of the story, folks, is work.
I love that. Well, just real quick, and we'll move off this topic. But what's your bench?
Right now I'm benching. I benched pause reps 225 yesterday for 9.
Okay.
So I failed a 275 yesterday. My max bench I've ever benched was 305 natural. That's so, and dude, bench is a tough movement for me. But yeah. That's where I'm at. So yeah, I benched 305 at 185 body weight.
Dang, that's nuts, man. Man, dude, freaking nature, man. That's crazy. But outside of all the hard work and stuff, we're back in the markets. And the first thing I gotta say about crypto, sell everything. It's over. I'm just kidding,
Over.
dude.
Get
I'm
out.
just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's never over, dude. We're close to, we're basically at all-time highs. This is the time to put it in. And in this live stream, we're going to talk about all of our favorite projects. We're going to talk to you guys about the chess moves. And then we're going to talk to you guys about one metric that has to do with going on with Bitcoin dominance and the chart, because we are very close to this big event. And everybody on this live stream, you want to pay special close attention because we'll get to the end of that. But this live stream is mainly going to be focused on these TitanX altcoins because, look, this stuff is hot, man. We're seeing stuff with DragonX. We're seeing stuff with Inferno. And we got X28 coming right around the corner. So you want to know what's on the menu today, Trey Souls?
I really would like to know, bro, because I honestly had no idea since the nothing's popping off in crypto except for
TitanX.
Let's go, baby. I love it, dude. Quick question. Do you hate being right all the time?
Yes. Sucks.
It sucks, doesn't it?
That's why I'm still single.
Yep, same. But yeah,
man.
topic for another day for sure, no doubt. Ladies, if there's any of you out there watching, I know there's not.
No, so here's what we got on the menu today. So we'll talk a little bit of Inferno. We'll talk about some DragonX, and we'll do a prediction on X28. But we're gonna leave that towards the end in the middle because I want to see you guys smash that like button, and I want to make sure that we get more than 50% likes on this video to viewership ratio so that we can get this out to more people. So by the time we get to that part, if I'm going to check on my phone, if that thing is not higher than the amount of viewers on this live stream or the amount of likes, then I'm not going to give you my X28 prediction. I'm not going to break it down. We just move on to the next thing. And it just is what it is, but I'll give you the good stuff. But first, let's check out some comments because we got some funny ones.
A lot of people in here already saying hi.
All right, good to go. We're filthy rich. Shout out to you. Shout out to homie Goo God, my brethren, our researcher. Guys, please follow Goo God. He's got alpha. He is a dog in real life, and he's also a dog in astrology. Shout out to my homie. and our homie.
Double dog dare you, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I had no idea, dude. I did not know he was a double dog, bro.
Yes,
That's
sir.
okay. This is
Dude,
what
freaking
up, Damien.
Damien, bro. Damien in the chat. Only one person in this live stream. Last time I came this fast, I'm still recovering from paying child support. I don't know if we're gonna get demonetized for that, but that was so funny.
It might have been worth it.
Whatever. Shout out to Shrey OX, my homie, my other researcher, great guy. Please follow him. Sergio, good to see ya. Mackenzie, I love Mackenzie. She does a
Great
lot of
X
blogs.
profile.
Oh man, dude, she like her her X account is phenomenal. You guys should follow her because she puts out a lot of great information on everything. She's not a maxi, she's a researcher just like us and a lot of other accounts. So shout out to her.
Cross-chain agnostic, smart. Most of the people in this audience are very similar to that, I think.
Yes, sir. Good guy, shout the hat. Good stuff. Let's see what else we got in here. Good stuff. Awesome. And then King's Meadow, not at work, finally get to sit down for a live stream. Shout out to you. All right, guys. Well, that a lot of love, a lot of positivity. That's what we're all about. So good stuff. All right, so let's go up on the menu. You know, let's start off with the appetizer. This is a big appetizer. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like $200 appetizer or more close to, actually, not $200. I lied, man. $652,000 appetizer.
Okay, hold up. I'm getting an appetite. Chris, you taking me out for a nice seafood dinner. Here we go. 652K in the buy and burn. Ready to buy and burn.
Yo, I gotta say one thing. You know, when they first, I got a mission. I gotta say, so when they first came out with Inferno and this meme coin or token or whatever, I didn't really get it, and I also was at this point where we were focusing on other stuff. But when I finally sat down and looked at it and looked at the amount of TitanX they got into this contract and what they're going to use for the buy and burn, that's when my head exploded. Because a lot of people see what Inferno's doing, and it's a very basic protocol. You take TitanX, you mint the Inferno token, 8-week mint period. Every week it goes down, and during the week they take a little bit of that TitanX and they burn the Inferno. So that incentivizes people to mint more. Now, what is being created right now is a new approach to meme coins. Guys, we've seen all the meme coins in this space. We saw so many just go up and crash 99% and never come back. And there's a good chance some of the ones that mooned in this market are never going to come back. But what do you think is the great part about Inferno? What do you
It's
think?
built different, baby. It's built a little bit different than these other meme coins.
Yeah, so but in regards to the buy and burn and the token and the token having buy pressure, what do you think this means for Inferno?
Dude, tell me.
It has some sort of burn pressure going on to the future. This is going to be slowly used to burn the Inferno token after that mint phase. And then a little bit after, you're gonna slowly see some sort of buy pressure into the future. On top of that, they're building Flux on top of Inferno. So the point I'm trying to say is the reason why this is big for TitanX is because when we have a meme coin run slowly being developed on the TitanX ecosystem, not everybody sees it, but in the background, I've had 4 projects hit me up and say, hey, we're going to launch something similar to Inferno, and we're going to create a meme coin. You're creating a new standard for meme coins where you use your TitanX as a way to acquire the meme coin in a fair distribution manner. And then you use the TitanX to burn the meme coin so that you add value into the ecosystem. So you don't get this crazy chart that goes up and then down. That's basically what this is creating. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I absolutely do. So it's going to create an entirely different mechanism for using these meme coins and incentivize everybody else to go ahead and build them in the same exact fashion that these guys at Inferno did, focusing on the buy and burn.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I'm gonna do a quick chart. Let me bring up my screen share real quick here. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm glitching out of the matrix. Can you still see me? Cool.
Yeah, I can see you. I can see you. Move your head. Yeah. You're good.
Okay, cool. Here, let me I'm gonna get my drawing tool real quick. I mean, I need to get one of those Mike Dean whiteboards. Like Mike Dean's like really smart and he's more efficient, and we're just dumb and lazy. I'm just kidding, but you get the point. So
Mike Dean's a stud. I mean, to try to compete with that guy, I mean, shame on us. I wouldn't even
like,
try it.
I'm not gonna lie, the Mo is my spirit animal, but Mike Dean is like somebody I want to grow up and be one day. So yeah, you get the point. So how much was in that buy and burn? It was 650.
52K.
All right, so here's how this is gonna go. I'm just gonna do a quick chart for you guys to plot this out so you understand. So you have TitanX right here. And if you guys have been following my live stream, you know, this stands for token, this stands for the LP, and then you got Inferno, which is going to be INF, right? So right now we're sitting at about 650K right here. 650K. So we still have like 2 weeks left in the mint. So there's a good chance that this might get up to, I would say, anywhere from low end 800K to the high end 1.2 mil worth of TitanX, right?
That's a 2x.
Yeah, and this is from the mint phase. So this is like a hypothetical because we're gonna have more come in, right? So do you think TitanX is going to do a 10, 50, or 100x? Do you think that's in the realm of possibility?
I do think all of those are in the realm of possibility, but let's just be conservative.
All right, so a 10x would put this at about 6.5 million, right? If we did it sometime in the short term, whether it's like a month or 2 months, because we do have September 15th coming in right up. So obviously, once that buy and burn turns on close to September 15th, the value of this buy and burn going to Inferno is going to expand. And that's when you're going to start to see the crazy price appreciation behind Inferno. So the main point I'm trying to say is when you use your TitanX into the to mint the Inferno token, it's like this little decentralized bank account that's going to slowly come in, burn the Inferno token off the market, and then wait, there's more. And then the last thing we have, make sure I got the right one. Yeah. And then we got the Flux protocol, which is actually going to be building on top of Inferno. And they're actually going to be adding an LP from Inferno to Flux. So ultimately, the reason why I'm bringing this up, we have a catalyst. 2 weeks. 2 weeks right here. 2 weeks. Inflation. I'm going to write out inflation because I don't want to write down NIF. If I inflation, and you'll see what I mean in a second, will equal 0. If I said INF, yeah, in 2 weeks.
Inferno, yes.
Yeah, if I said INF equals 0, people will probably freak out. So yeah, inflation equals 0. Buy pressure comes in. Boom. There we go. It's that simple, ladies and gentlemen. That simple. So the last thing I want to say before we move on, because we got to keep it moving. What do you think is better marketing? A Facebook ad or a YouTube ad of a project or a meme coin and green candles? What do you think's better?
Bro, I've been trying to think about what you would even call it today. Is this like, is it like cross chain meme coin marketing? I don't know, but all I know is I pick your second answer, and I will figure out what it's called one day. But it's like this new niche, new space of the way you market these meme coins, and I'm amped up about it, boy. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I'll show you guys the proof. If you don't want to believe me, I'll show you the proof right here. The proof is in the pudding. Pudding
This is
proof.
sick. This is sick. Don't miss this one.
All right, so right here. You see Brett right here, Brett.
Yep.
So you know base how to run. I think it must have been like right around here. Oh, that's actually kind of sick color. I like that. I'm gonna keep that color. I had no plans of using that color before. I never used it. Here, I'll zoom it out a little bit just so you guys can see. Right. So base had a run right around here, and then boom, green candle, green candle, green candle, green candle, boom, 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 boom. Why do I use Brett? Brett is the number one meme coin on base. Base doesn't have a governance token. Brett has 80% of the value on base. When this coin goes up, base goes absolutely crazy. This is the marketing token for base. So what do you think Inferno is going to be?
It's going to be the marketing token for TitanX, my friends. And this gets
Bingo.
deeper, folks. This gets deeper. But I don't know if we're
Bingo.
going there yet.
Bingo. You get it. You get it. So basically just based off of Brett, and don't get me wrong, I love Brett, and I'm kind of kicking myself right now because actually this actually might be a good position, but we'll save it for later. But I do really like Brett. I do think it's going to be like one of the number one meme coins. But the main point I'm trying to say is if Inferno does its magic and we get these green candles, it has the potential to run up to anywhere between 10 million. It could even get up to 100 million. When people see that, all eyes are going to come onto TitanX, and then you're going to see the same process replicated. So if we have a bunch of these meme coin protocols doing a mint phase and using that TitanX to do some sort of buy and burn or build a protocol, I don't care. You can keep it very simple, just like what Inferno did. We'll have a meme coin run on top of TitanX, and we'll have a bunch of TitanX bought off the market away in these decentralized buy and burns, and we will have a beautiful ecosystem. And it doesn't, and as long as it's tied to TitanX, it'll probably do somewhat good based off of Hart's laws. I know there's different details and stuff. You always want to do your research, yada yada yada. So does this make sense? And what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, memes should be the gateway in, right? And when we have something built out like Inferno, now we have the basically it's like a template of how this thing should be done, and then now we can continue on forward and forward and forward. So I was excited even thinking about that more along the lines of X28, and I know we're not getting into that yet, but just excited about how you can use green candles and LPing as marketing, and it's just insane to think about how we can move through the blockchain and utilize these concepts. So freaking excited to see that, loving that. Inferno has taken the lead, taken the charge, and decided to go ahead and get this meme coin run started. It only makes sense, bro, for this to happen now. It's a very lucrative time to build these, and I think that even after the stream, we're going to see new meme coins and new stuff starting to be built out. I would say that's Trey's prediction from the stream.
Love it. Love it. Good stuff, man. So Inferno hit up about, was that 6 years and 8? So I believe that was like a $1.5 million market cap, and then came back down a little bit, retraced to about 20%. So just based off of this and just a quick TA for all you guys that are interested, what I'm seeing right now is this thing, there's definitely a clear magnet right around. Yeah, I'd probably say there's definitely a clear magnet right here on the 0.618. So as for, future TA, depending on how this closes out, if this closes out more than 50%, that's an evening star. That's going to be bearish. We might have to come down here, touch this magnet, maybe trade sideways a little bit, and then we could potentially start to do our next leg up. So definitely come in, touch in, or we continue to come up and test all-time highs. But based off of, depending on where this daily close hits, um, that would probably tell you the prediction going into the future. Let's look at 3-day. 3-day looks beautiful. Let's look at the 4 hours, see if I see anything. Yeah, 4 hours doing a little bit of a flag right now. It's just kind of flagging down and coming down a little bit. So yeah, overall, man, I don't want to do too much because we do need to talk about DragonX. So good stuff. All right. Now we're going to run through DragonX real quick. And then after that, I'm going to check the analytics. If we have more than 50% likes on this video, I'll do X28 segment, and we'll make this live stream go a little bit longer. You cool with that, man?
Dude, I'm amped up for it. I hope we get to talk about it. I don't want to have to gatekeep alpha because of likes. That's stupid.
Yeah.
But hey, we gotta get this info out somehow. We gotta make these call to actions. So thank you guys. We love you guys, and we don't want to have
Yes.
to give you spankies, but we will. Give you little spanky dudes and put you in the corner until it's time. You go to timeout, and then we'll keep streaming.
I love it. I love it. Spankies. All right. Now let's talk about what's going on with DragonX real quick. I know a lot of screen sharing, but let I just want to show you guys what we're seeing, and we'll do a chart analysis real quick. Main thing I want to focus on right here: $34 million market cap. What is the market cap of TitanX right now? About 36 million, if you can see it right here. So we have was it 34 is 36 million. It seems like DragonX is actually getting a higher market cap. What does this mean for this protocol? And why is DragonX considered digital gold for the TitanX ecosystem? This is the question I know most of you guys want to answer. I'm going to tell you what it is, and I'm going to tell you why it's extremely bullish. So I think this is going to be the part where a lot of people are like, whoa, this is pretty cool. So let's do a quick screen share. Now, let's just talk about the DragonX protocol. Very, very basic. So I'm going to call this DBX. I'm not writing out DragonX because that's going to just look awful. So DBX is paired up with TitanX. So I'll say TITX. So DBX, and then we got TitanX. Now, what do we know about DragonX right here? DragonX has no inflation. I'm just going to do INFL.A. I'm not going to do INF because you guys are going to be like, oh, that's Inferno. So there's no inflation. TitanX has inflation. So the reason why DragonX is going up and having a higher market cap is because people are swapping their TitanX into DragonX. And then that means that the value of the liquidity pool, this LP, has more TitanX in it and less DragonX. That's the key to understand these liquidity pools. So you have like a ratio, and I'm trying to keep this very basic. And you let me know where if I'm getting too technical. But if you have a bunch of DragonX and TitanX in a liquidity pool, and you have TitanX come in, and you pull that DragonX out, and there's less DragonX in that liquidity pool, when the next buyer comes in and buys that token, the price goes up even more. So it's called thinned out liquidity. Does that make sense?
Yeah, the liquidity's thinned because everyone's taking their TitanX and swapping it out for DBX, pulling more DBX off the market, and therefore pushing that price up hard.
Exactly. And so we talk about ratios. And so the DragonX ratio has been going up. I'll give you an example. So let's say like at one point, the ratio of DBX to TitanX was 1-to-1. So for every DragonX, you have 1-to-1. And that was like towards the beginning. Now the ratio for one DragonX is probably getting closer to like 100. And then 1 to 1,000. So what I'm trying to say is the value of DragonX is going up in comparison to TitanX, which means there's more TitanX in this LP. Now, why is this important? What do we know about DragonX? DragonX, go ahead.
No, stop, because I'm going to say something dumb.
Okay, so what do we know about DragonX? When you take profit out of DragonX, what do you have to trade through?
You got to trade through TitanX.
Exactly. So if that value that you take from DragonX goes through TitanX, Eric is also doing an NFT marketplace, but we'll leave that out for this example. The NFT is important, but just for this example. So when you go from DragonX to TitanX, the value goes into TitanX, and then from TitanX, it goes into Ethereum. And then we might have a stablecoin protocol built on top of TitanX. So the main point I'm trying to get across is everything passes through TitanX at the end of the day. If DragonX got to $1 billion market cap and TitanX got to $100 million market cap, I would be happy because I know majority of that money is going to go through TitanX. Now, here's the thing that nobody's talking about. And we always find something that nobody's talking about. And the reason why having these tokens like Inferno, DragonX, even Helios is extremely bullish. If you got a bunch of people holding DragonX, the amount of TitanX in this pool goes up. What does TitanX have that makes it deflationary?
To buy and burn.
BNB, buy and burn. That means there's going to be more TitanX in this LP, and of course there has to be an arbitrage because this is the TitanX wrapped ETH pair. But just for this example, just stick with me. That means there's going to be more TitanX that's going to be arbitrage into the main pair, and the buy and burn is going to burn more TitanX off the market. So overall, protocols like DragonX and Inferno, as long as they got a community behind them, it's bullish price action for the entire ecosystem. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, man. So that's one thing I absolutely just love about. Oh, I like this. It's a Windows share. That's the one thing I love about TitanX. And then shout out to the homie Mike Dean. Guys, please follow him. The other thing, the Ethereum payouts. So right now, DragonX is scheduled for a $22 million payout in 58 days. So that's going to
2.2.
be
Is that 22 or 2.2?
2.2. So yeah, 22 basically. Well, yeah, two. Are you using some numerology stuff?
No, did you say it looked like 2.2?
Yeah, 2.2. That's what I said. 2.2.
I thought you said 22 million. My bad. My bad.
No, you good. You good. So we get 2.2 on day 369, and then about this is probably going to go up as the protocol goes. So we won't worry about day 88. So why I'm saying that is when we get to day 369, which is October, it's right around October 31st. Actually, I need to add this to the page. Hold on. I don't know why I did not add this. Oh, I did add it. Okay, never mind. I'm not good. All right, we good. We good, homie. We good. So right here, day 369, DragonX is going to get a bunch of Ethereum. All of it's going to buy TitanX, and then half of it is going to be restaked, and the other half is going to buy and burn the DragonX token. So what that's going to do is it's going to go into liquidity pool. It's going to add more TitanX, take out more DragonX from that liquidity pool, and then it's
Pushing
going to
that
remove
ratio
it
up?
from. Yes, it's going to increase the amount of TitanX versus DragonX, which means there's going to be more for the buy and burn to take out. So overall, man, I think it's really bullish. I think it's a great protocol. They also got Hydra coming out. I don't know if it's based off of what was that Captain America or whatever. I don't know. It could be some Captain America stuff. But with Hydra, they're creating these miners to incentivize that benevolent staking whale that we talk about. And the goal is to send more TitanX to that benevolent staking wheel to increase the DragonX position and also to remove more TitanX from the market. So overall, it's actually creating one protocol, killing two birds with one stone, and adding immense value to the ecosystem. So overall, man, I love DragonX. I think it's a great protocol. You got any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, it all came full circle right there at the end. It's just you're the at day 369, we're going to see an aggressive move to continue to do exactly what you just showed in the drawing, which is important to understand that they're trying to push those ratios up, and then like you said right there at the end, I was going to you took the words out of my mouth, killing two birds with one stone, with the Dragon X and removing the Titan X from the market, buying up the drag. It's brilliant. So pretty nice to be able to see it and know that that's just going to be like a full send version of what we're seeing now as that ratio increases. The We're going to see something way more astronomical, not financial advice, around day 369. So that's pretty exciting, dude.
Yeah, man, I love it. I love. All right. Now let's do some quick TA. So if you guys see that little blue box I created, I put a tweet out, said the box of opportunity. This is your opportunity. And there's some guys with the nerve to tell me it was going to go a lot lower. I put this out here. I think it was hold on, let me see this day. It must have been on the 13th or the no 18th or 19th. And then they're like, "Oh, dude, it's going to go a lot lower." And then it came in, did bounced up and came up, and then boom, see you later, off to the races. So what's going on with DragonX right now? We had another gnarly pump. Now I found something on the chart that really caught my eyes, and if you guys haven't been doing crypto in a minute, you probably wouldn't have seen this. So if you guys come over here and do some TA, and you just plot out a what's it called, a Fibonacci retracement tool, you can use this to project price. And so you have these like Fibonacci zones, and you can use that to say, okay, when's the best time to buy? What are some forecasted price? Now, when I was looking at this, something really surprising came across, man. You see the 1.618 right here, right here.
Mm-hmm.
You see how this candle is very short away. It's about
Right.
10% from the all-time high. Actually, no, let me be more exact. It's about 10% from the all-time high. And then from that like little dead cat bounce right here, it's about 3%. Now, the reason why this happened, I guarantee you it was some whale playing a game, because everybody saw that line right here at the one at the oh man, I love this color 1.618 right here. Everybody saw this line right here, and it was front ran. So what that tells me is there's some serious players in DragonX right now. That's what that tells me. There are some people that really like this protocol. There's some phenomenal traders on, and these guys are like the Ethereum Solana guys, the Cabal or whatever. Well, not the Cabal. The Cabal is they're doing the Memecoin stuff, but the main point I'm trying to say is there's some serious players in here, and they knew when to front run the initial dip, especially at that 1.618. So ultimately, man, that's one thing I caught. Now, as for price action, what we're seeing. So I'm going to put out some magnets right here and just talk about. We'll just come across right here. All right. I'm just going to make this yellow for the sake of comparison. I'll come back
and
and
while
change
Chris
these.
is talking, I've got to interrupt here because we're breaking new all-time highs all over the place. Today is just green candles all over the TitanX ecosystem, and Frank and Chris are here on the verse today with our very first live stream with over 200 members in it. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. We've been grinding for 4 years trying to get 200 people in here. Super amped to have you all. Now is a great time to smash that like button to try to get that last final piece of alpha that we're going to be having today. It's going to be sweet, but it's only going to come if you guys smash that like button. Chris, continue on with the amazing TA of DragonX with our 207 viewers in the hizzy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And hey, just to throw out there, I figured this out. We might actually have more viewers than the program showing, so that actually might be closer to 400 because I'm pretty sure it doesn't track guys watching this on X. So that might just be YouTube alone. But ultimately, it's a great monumental benchmark. Thank you guys. You guys are the real deal. So some clear magnets. If we're coming down, we might have to test out 5 zeros and a 476. So the best way to play this is you got buy levels, right? You don't want to necessarily just like put if you got some dry powder on the sideline, you don't want to go in on each of these buy levels. You want to find the magnets and watch them go down. I like magnets. You can also do a Fibonacci retracement tool. So I'll go through the fib real quick before we just keep it moving. So you have first target. So this is going to be your first target. What's a good color? Yeah, we'll do this. First target. And then there is, I mean, you could say there's a second target right here. Yeah, that's safe. So I'll put this as like a second target. So if we get to this level, which is a second target, and then the third target, and third target's very rarely hit, but it still exists. So you have to put it out here. The third target. So these are just clear magnets across the board. You can come in, they'll touch in or whatever. So we come down here, first target. If you have like $1,000, you put about, I would say about 30% in. Second target, you come here, put another 30%. And then if we hit that third target, you put another 30%. So that's how I usually do it. That's how I dollar cost average it in. I look at these targets and I look at the opportunities and do its thing, not financial advice. But overall, man, this thing's looking pretty good. We want to come down here, touch this. I would love for it to come down here, touch, test this out, W on out, or form a beautiful cup and handle, and then we go up to the next phase. But keep in mind, we're getting very close. About 60 days away, 62, 61, 3 days away to day 369. So that's going to be the major catalyst. So the first one's Inferno. The second one is day 369. And when that starts coming in, dude, it's going to be crazy. Now let's take a look at Fibonacci. See if this is showing me something. So let's look at the all-time high. And let's take a look at the low from the run up. So it comes down here. Yeah. So this is getting close to, yeah, this makes a lot more sense right here. Yeah, our magnets are pretty close to what we were projecting out. So yeah, I don't see too much. So we won't worry about that. Yeah, man. So we'll keep that moving. Good stuff. All right. We got through the DragonX. We got through the Inferno. I know you guys want to see X28. So let's see how many you guys want me to talk about X28 and give you guys our prediction. This is a prediction. We didn't talk to anybody. You know, comment X28 down below. I'm gonna check the ratio on YouTube real quick to see how many likes we got off of this video
And it's
because
crazy because you had your predictions on DragonX just now with those price targets, but it seems like our boy Goo God here has some other ideas. He thinks it's going higher, infinitely higher. And Goo God, I could not agree with you more. Not financial advice, baby. Good work. Thanks for tuning in, Goo. Glad to have you. Always glad to see you.
yeah,
Okay.
man. So all right, so we got 71 watching on YouTube, and we got 55 likes. So, you know, that's actually a lot of love. Actually, maybe this is YouTube and X. So I might have been wrong because I'm looking at my phone right now. It's sending me 72 watching and 55. Yeah, man. So, God, man, yeah, I love Goo God, dude. Yeah, I mean, it could bounce up or whatever. So, yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. I'll be curious. Let me know. Do you guys think Goo God's right, or do you think I'm right? And leave it down in the comment chat
That's
down
what I
below.
wanted.
Let's see. Let's
That's
see
what
what's
I
up.
wanted to see.
Let's see. Let's see. So, but yeah, I mean, honestly, when it comes to price predictions on Dragon X, besides the short-term price action, you're always gonna like short-term price action is very difficult. But as for market cap, so I'm gonna put you on the hot seat. What's what market cap do you think Dragon X can get to realistically, in your opinion?
Oh shoot,
I
dog!
gotta put you on the
I'm
hot
gonna
seat,
say
man.
I like to think about Dragon X at about a $20 billion market cap. Let's go.
I mean, it is, that is possible if it is the store value of what is the math on that? I'm really curious. So we're at 34 million. What's that? 20 billion would be 300. That'll be 1,000x, I believe, right? So 300, 3 billion, 30 billion. Yeah, that's about 1,000x, I would say from here. So yeah, I mean, hey, it's definitely realistic. So what I'm thinking, it's definitely going to be somewhere between the 1 billion. Well, realistically, it could get up to that $500 million range. That's when you're going to really see Dragon X get tested. The $100 to $500 million range is what we really need to pay attention to. And then once it hits that $1 billion mark target, that is when things are going to get pretty crazy. So what I want to see right now is how Dragon X performs on that $100 million mark, and then based off of that, that should tell us if we hit that either 1 billion or 10 billion, or your favorite one, 20 billion. So good stuff, man.
Maybe I should
All
have
right.
said 28 billion. You know
Yeah,
what?
we're going to 28 billion. Now, you know what, dude? We're going to 280 billion. No, 288 billion.
369 billion. Let's go.
You know what? I'm just going one up you for no reason. We're going to 28 trillion. I'm just kidding.
That's
That
it.
was
All
all
right, we're
jokes.
done. If you go to 28 trillion, dude, I don't even know what I'm gonna buy. I have there's not like you can't even you don't even know what to buy with that. It's there's no, can't even there's nothing to buy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if it goes to 28 trillion, that would make like the price of Dragon X like $10 a token. That'll make like
We'd
that'll
be
make
so good.
that'll make more like multi-millionaires than any other project ever. But you know, like I said, we're not moon boys. The point is first target 100 million, and then the next target 1 billion. And if we smash the $100 million target, and then we start testing that $1 billion target, then I don't see why there's no reason for it to go higher than that. So just being realistic. I don't want to be a moon boy. And I know somebody's going to clip that, like, oh my God, Chris thinks Dragon X is going to 28 trillion. I already know somebody's going to do that. I'm just waiting for it, dude. I already know. All
What
right.
is what does the Twitter banner say?
Bull.
What no, the verse Twitter banner. It says posts are very satire and not investment advice, folks.
Yeah.
You got to understand when it's a hilarious joke that Chris and I are telling.
Yeah. All right. Well, no, absolutely. So here, I'm gonna just clear this off, and I'm gonna give you guys my prediction for X28. Now, this is just what I think. I didn't really talked to Jake. He didn't give me any inside scoop. He didn't really tell me anything. The big thing that I heard with X28 is that it's getting prepared, and the goal is to make TitanX interoperable through a layer 0 token called X28. So as a basis, before I go and I draw my Picasso art, X28 is going to be integrated into something called layer 0. If you guys have done some research, layer 0 gets into interoperability. The goal of layer 0 is to take a token from Ethereum and bring it over to Solana, Phantom, Avalanche, whatever blockchain, and have it still be that same token where it can be seamlessly bridged and access. As for liquidity, that goes for like dexes and stuff. That's up to the project development team and communities to provide that. So ultimately, it's a new way of blockchain communication by bringing protocols interoperable. Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense to me after knowing what we talked about yesterday. So yeah, the way you broke it down does make sense. It's pretty cut and dry. You're trying to move stuff from Ethereum and you wrap it, and it's going through layer 0 to different chains. What is the purpose though? That's what we're trying to get into, right?
Yeah. And it's not, just to be clear, a wrap is where you take one token and you put it through a bridge, and and the token exists on a bridge, right? That's called
Okay.
wrapped. And then the wrap token is like a synthetic copy that you can use in trade. So for example, you have like wrapped ETH on Avalanche. The ETH exists inside of a bridge, and then you have that wrapped token asset. Now, what you can do with that wrapped ETH is go back to that bridge, claim that ETH, and then go back to Ethereum from Avalanche. That's the idea. Layer 0 has the entire token transfer, basically. That's the theory. It's a layer 0 compatible, so it makes it interoperable. And I just want to let everybody know, because this is a very brand new piece of technology that a lot of people are sleeping on. So, yeah. So basically, here's how this goes. And this is my prediction, our prediction. Keep in mind, this could be right on the money, or this could be way off. So I'll leave it up to you guys, but just take it with a grain of salt. And since you guys show us so much love and support, I'll give you my prediction, or our prediction. Is that fair?
I think it's good. I think it's definitely necessary because this is definitely a revolutionary model in DeFi. So I think it needs to be understood as soon as possible.
Cool. X28 prediction, not prediction advice, because it's not really financial. So I'm gonna say predictional advice. I don't know. I thought it sounded funny. All right. So basically, you have TitanX, and there's going to be some sort of auction or a miner. So basically, these are the two main components. Auction is going to be the number one contender, and then miner. So the theory is, you take your TitanX and you go through some auction or some sort of miner, and it's going to spit out X28. So keep that in mind. TitanX into X28. Now, with that X28, you can basically produce it on all EVM compatible chains. So here's what I'm going to do. Why did I do this? Come on. So it goes into X20, yeah, X28. I'm doing a different color just so it makes sense. So when I say EVM compatible, we're talking about the AVAX. We're talking about technically it's Sonic. It's not Phantom anymore, so I'll put Sonic, and then Solana, and then we'll do base, and then I'll let you guys figure out all the other ones. It's like 14 or 16 of them, right? So you're basically doing an auction, and you get to choose which blockchain you put X28 on, and you have that value go in. Now, from that, I believe X28, there's a good chance that it's going to live on Ethereum, right? So you have X28 on Ethereum, and that's going to be like the home base. And I guarantee you X28 is going to have some sort of pairing between TitanX. And let me put that out right here. So you have X28 and then TitanX. So what I think through this miner / auction is, you can claim X28 on all these chains, and there's going to be some sort of arbitrage ROI. So On Ethereum, it might be $2. On Sonic, it might be like $1. Solana, 50. These are just all hypotheticals. 25, and then we'll just say this one's like $1.50. There you go, $1.50. So the idea is through this auction / miner, you produce X28. It's probably going to start on the Ethereum chain. And then you can also choose all these blockchains, and there's going to be these arbitrage opportunities on every single blockchain. Now, the TitanX from this miner, a portion of it is going to be burn. So burn, baby, burn. So we're going to burn some of this sucker off of the market. And then another portion is going to be used to mint and, well, to basically buy and burn the X28 token. Now, the reason why I say that is because when you buy and burn the X28 token on Ethereum right here, the price of this is going to shoot up. And so if you have this go from $2 to, let's say, $4 right here, well, guess what you're going to do with the X28 on Ethereum?
Well, you're going to capitalize on that arbitrage opportunity.
Exactly. So there has to be some sort of bridge, but essentially you can go, and remember, this is a layer 0 compatible token. So you can go and basically take that and use that arbitrage to go on either Base, Solana, Sonic, or AVAX. In this case, probably the most profitable one is going to be AVAX. So you're creating this cross-chain arbitrage opportunity. Now, on the flip side, on each of these chains right here, and this is me guessing. Keep in mind, this is just a prediction. I could be on the money, or I could just be way off. I just want to make this clear. Now, on each of these blockchains right here, there's probably going to be some sort of staking mechanic, right? So it's like, okay, if you have X28 on this chain, you can stake it and earn some type of yield. And I don't know if that yield is going to be in the form of an X28, or maybe it's just fees generated through the protocol. But ultimately, what I think it's going to do is when you stake it, you have to pay a fee, and then you add that to the LP. Because keep in mind, when you swap in and out here, you're going to have some sort of like liquidity pools on each of these chains. So there's got to be a way to make sure that the liquidity pool is extremely liquid on every single blockchain. So I think there's going to be some sort of staking mechanic where you have to pay like a little bit of a small fee, and that's going to be used to add value to the liquidity pool on that said chain. And also, especially if you're going in and doing arbitrage opportunities. Does that make sense, or do I sound like an alien?
The staking mechanism gives the LP life on each chain, and through the fees that are generated, it gives people the ability to pay out in whatever it's going to be. Like you said, we don't know if it's the native token or the X28 token at this point, but yeah, it's going to create that environment for the LPs to be successful. So that's pretty exciting to see that arbitrage, and that it's going to be possibly huge across chains. So
Yeah,
it's good way to incentivize people to use that X28 token, and then in the midst, it's going to end up burning TitanX again.
Yeah, it's
with
just
the
gonna burn.
with the ETH that's produced.
No. So it's gonna, yeah. So the TitanX is probably gonna get burned, and then also I guarantee you, there's gonna be some sort of burning of X28 using that TitanX on the Ethereum chain. So the idea is you got majority of the X28 burning on Ethereum, and if you look at all the other chains where with the arbitrage opportunities, there's got to be some sort of bridge through this protocol so that X28 can be bridged over to each chain, and you can use it to like just make money on each chain. That's like the theory that I'm going through my head, because the reason why I bring these things up, these are the mechanics for something like this to make sense. Even if it's not this exact format, there's going to be some sort of auction and miner. It's going to burn a bunch of TitanX, and it's basically going to make TitanX like X28 an extension of TitanX on each blockchain. And then also it's going to exist on every single one of these chains. And if you got X28 on every single blockchain, there needs to be a way to make sure that the liquidity pool is extremely liquid and sustainable in the future. So that's why there has to be some sort of like staking protocol. I don't know if it's going to be a non-inflationary staking type of deal, or maybe there's some deflation behind it, but that's how I see this playing out. That's my theory. So Yeah.
Do you think do you think a cross chain protocol could be built that um basically you would it would LP everything with X28
Yeah.
to
Yeah. I
create like
mean,
an Atropa style web with X28?
like just build a protocol on another chain that builds off of X28. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Well, I had a good point in my head, but I've lost it.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, my bad.
No, you're good. You're good.
Well, I think the main point I'm trying to say is, and just interrupt me if it comes to your mind, but if we have X28 on each of these chains, then what you can do is you can use X28 to do the stuff we do on TitanX. Like you can build a DApp, you can build a protocol, you can burn X28 for a meme coin and say, hey, this is a new meme coin on this new chain through X28. And
Okay, so I guess what my question I was basically trying to get deeper into how could we create more arbitrage activity on X28 even without the user. I guess that's what my thinking of putting in a Tropa style web that went with that created or that had LPs with any of these on different chains that created more of that arbitrage opportunity. That was what I was thinking.
yeah, you could definitely do it, dude. You know, you could bring X28 to Pulse Chain and plug it in with like a Tropa, and it would just go up with the appreciation of the asset. So the question is, how much in the liquidity pool versus a Tropa? Because that's a big thing. You definitely need to look at when it comes to a protocol like this. But yeah, man, I think if you create a Tropa web on X28 on every blockchain, dude, that would get real crazy real quick. You thought the Matrix was crazy, bro? That'd be like Matrix Reloaded. That'd be like a
And
new movie.
that's what my thinking is when I was just thinking about that protocol and how those LPs work together because essentially you're just trying to create a nice environment for LPs to thrive on each chain. And then if you add a tropa mechanisms into that, it just thinks makes me think that it could be mind-boggling at that point. But hey, just that's what I mean. And then Ray's coming in too with some more ideas. So yeah, that's what the cool part about this DeFi is. It's just anything is possible. Like, can you build it?
Yeah, and the main point I'm trying to say is X28 is extension of TitanX on each blockchain, so it will be deflationary as long as TitanX is deflationary. That's the best way to think about this. And what you can do with X28 is you could do something like Inferno, but on base. You can build another DApp like Hyper on Solana. So the possibilities are endless. And by bringing X28 interoperable, you open up a huge market for developers to mess around with it. Plus, if the token price starts to move on each blockchain, dude, that's gonna bring a lot of attention in. Because remember, what's the best marketing technology?
It's that mooning technology. And this is exactly the point I wanted to get to at the end of the day. We're talking about marketing opportunities cross chain strengthened by liquidity pools. This is a new niche, folks. This is new tech. This is exciting as I'm gonna tell you this right now. Chris and I talked about this last night, and my mind just started going freaking insane. Dude, there is insane new ways to market things, and we got these green candles. Those are the best form of marketing. And now we can bring it cross chain, and we can put things in people's faces that wanted to deny and hate and FUD into the ground. And now, basically, the proof is going to be in the pudding, baby.
Yes, sir. I love it, man. So I think ultimately the main point I'm trying to say is this format, how I have it set up, it might not be exactly to a T what we just said, but the infrastructure from the auctions to the liquidity pools to the arbitrage opportunities in general, I think it's going to be very close. So I think the main point I'm trying to say is X28 is going to be a great opportunity for other project protocols to develop. And I will not be surprised if we see crazy protocols launch on different chains with X28 and this cross chain interoperability protocol goes absolutely crazy. But keep in mind, they're utilizing the layer zero technology on this token, and that's going to be huge. That's a game changer in and of itself. So, yeah, man, good stuff. Anything else before we just move on to price charts?
I love that. I love that. I love how building deeper into DeFi gave us better definitions as to what we really needed. And I think that's what we just figured out. And it's really exciting to be going into the future of DeFi, baby. Let's go. What do we got next? What's the next segment?
I'll go through some of these comments because
All right, let's get it.
yeah, the Matrix will be mixed with Inception and Tenet. Love it. Oh, that was from the bottom. All right, let's see. Who we got? I see 43. I don't
Just
know what that
talking
was from.
about likes.
Oh, 43. Okay. Oh yeah, shout out to Utah. Hey, shout out to the Blaze team, dude. I love the Blaze team. You know what's crazy about the Blaze team? They're like this decentralized builder company coming together, and they're just building protocols on top of TitanX. They start off with Blaze, now they got Inferno, now they got Flux, and then I'm pretty sure they got 3 other protocols in the pipeline. I love what they're doing, and I really do think what they do is going to pay off. And yeah, hopefully we can work together on future projects. Not hinting anything, just kidding. That was a joke. Maybe I'm not kidding. We'll see. All right. Immortal meme coins on TitanX. Love it, dude. Shout out to Be Spoken. Awesome. Bad Sports, you're never late to the party. Goo God going for Brett. Goo God's is a huge Brett fan, man. Shout out to him, man. Oh yeah, this one. What about Volt thoughts? I don't know anything about Volt. I'll be completely honest. Well, let me look at that real quick. Do you know anything about Volt? Is that the meme coin? That sounds like a meme coin.
I'm thinking this is something new on TitanX that I've seen in the past couple of days, or maybe it's a
That
new
yeah,
concept.
yeah. So Rod, here's the deal. I haven't dove into Volt because we've been working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes. I do appreciate the super chat, and so what I'll do is I'll make sure I cover in the next live stream, and I'll answer your question. But don't send us a super chat. I will be sure to write that down, and we will cover Volt. And if you come in the next live stream, I'm gonna write it down, so it'll be good to go. So I feel bad. I haven't got into it, dude, because there's so much going on, and I've been trying to look at the charts while keep up, dude. And there's just so much, dude. So I'm sorry. I feel bad. Moonmut, good to see ya. Cool. And then let's see what's up. Let's keep going down. Let's see if we got any more cool comments. JKX
It looks like
reveal. Oh, good stuff. Yeah,
yeah, it
Jake.
looks like I guess Mo's stream just ended. Maybe we got some people coming in here from that stream. Jake X, yeah, the Mo. He just had a stream that revealed the Jake X dev. You guys definitely probably want to go check that out.
Yeah, I love it. Hey, and by the way, after this live stream, like we're going to go through charts. So this is going to be an extra long live stream because we haven't gone through a lot of these charts in a minute. I want you guys to do me a favor. Shout out to the Mo. Please follow him on Twitter and please check out his live stream with Jake X and the face reveal. I would love for that video, that live stream of the reveal to get to 1,000 views and like 100 likes because I really do think Mo deserves it because he's been working really hard. So shout out to him. So good stuff. All right, yeah.
It's still going on right now too. That's funny. People are running split screens,
Split
watching
screens.
us and the Mo right now. This is exactly what we wanted, though, folks. 3-4 live streams ago, charging you guys to get out there, put more content out. To have conflicting spaces is a good thing. This means capitalism. It means competition, but we're here fostering that growth and that development together. So it is not competition. You can always replay us or Mo. But yes, we wanted to pump that Mo stream up.
Yeah, I got you. All right, I'll answer this. So, what about Helios? I'm curious to know your future prediction about Helios, please, verse. All right, so this is a protocol I looked at. It's called Element 280. It's an NFT protocol where you take the tokens from Element 280 and you can convert them into NFTs, and these NFTs have a rarity behind them, and you can earn fees from the protocol. On top of that, it has this mint face similar to what we see with Inferno, where you take TitanX, you mint the Element 280 token, or you just buy the NFT, and some of that TitanX is going to basically be used to. Well, I don't know if it's TitanX or Helios. I need to double check that. I think it's Helios or TitanX, but ultimately, that's going to be used to burn the Element 280 token. Now, here's the big point of Element 280 that I absolutely love, and I need to get more into it. They're going to LP with every single major TitanX protocol. So if there's 100 TitanX protocol, they're going to LP with it. And their goal is to be like the S&P 500 of TitanX. If there's one token you should get into to have a little bit of exposure to everything, Element 280 is trying to be that token. So here's my thoughts on Helios. I believe it's sitting at a $3 million market cap. If Element 280 is successful and they can create thick LPs between every single one of these tokens, I think Helios will be the S&P 500 index for TitanX, and it's going to encapsulate a major market share of the entire TitanX market if Element 280 is successful. Does that make sense? Or did I get too
Yeah, yeah,
complicated?
yeah. No, I mean basically, Element 280 turns Helios into the S&P 500 or a big ETF.
Yeah, and the other thing I will say is like Gugod gave me a really great quote the other day. He said, "Tell me who the dev is, show me the dev, and I'll tell you how well the project will do." And when he said that, bro, that's when it all just hit, bro. It was like, whoa, like the Matrix with Neo. Dude is a phenomenal developer. When we get into projects, we make bets on developers. Tynex is a bet on Jake being successful. Helios is a bet on the dude. The dude works really, really hard. And because he's constantly building and developing, if you believe in the dude, then Helios would do really well. That's the question you got to ask yourself. Do you think the dude can get the job done? It's so crazy his
Is
name's the
he
dude.
is he really the dude? That's what
I
you
don't
have to ask yourself. Is he that guy?
I kind of just want to call him Shaggy from Scooby Doo, but I feel so bad, dude. I gotta stop doing that. But I love him, dude. He's a good dude. So, all
You said dude. You just said dude like 123 times, dude.
right, I'm about to have an aneurysm. All right, so bro, can you go ahead and delete all the Maddox because DragonX is only higher from here? Okay, fair enough, fair enough. And then Stray came in. So Stray was a Shiba Inu whale, so he does know a lot about this stuff. So he says up and away, DragonX, you got Jarrett, Pete. Yep. So all right, fair enough, fair enough. I'll delete all the magnets if it happens. We got to do a bet.
We're
All right,
picking on you now, Chris. It's me, Goo God, and Stray, and we're ganging up on you, son.
the dude must abide. All right, I love it.
The
All right,
dude.
all right. Well, let's get down to business, man. So we're going to get to the price charts. We'll talk about some coins, and we'll just keep it moving. So what's going? Dude, I hate it when I do that. So what's going on with Bitcoin? So let's start with the monthly close. So if you guys saw this monthly close, it looks like it's just a big red hammer. I'm going to tell you right now, this isn't necessarily the best look, to be honest with you, but it shows you can see a clear flag coming all the way down. So first month, green candle, boom, touchdown, boom, and then we close out higher. Came in, closed down a little bit lower, came back into the next month, opened low, closed high. Then we had red. Then we had a spinning top candle. So typically that's bullish, but also going to be bearish. So it's like a change pivotal time. And then we had a bearish thing. So green, red, green, red, green, red. What do you think is going to be this month?
Green, baby. That's all I can hope for.
Yeah. So here's how I see this playing out. And just looking at the monthly, we need some sort of doji or a close in the green. So we basically need a close above 60K. If you guys saw our last live stream, we said if we go below 60K on, I think it was like the weekly or 62K, then we're coming down, we're touching down here, and it actually came to fruition. Now for this one, we're closing out, we're opening up a little bit higher. Now, just based on this flag, you can see we touched the top and we touched the bottom. And I need to look at the leverage trading and do more in-depth detail analysis. But in my opinion, dude, if we're gonna maintain this pattern, I would not be surprised if we come down here, touch the bottom of this flag, which I'm thinking it's either going to be somewhere between 52K on the high end and 48K on the low end. And the reason why I think that's going to happen is the market maker wants you out of the market and they want to fake every single one of you guys out. We've been doing this for how many months? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now it's 7. I guarantee you something like this is going to happen. So we do have a bearish target, and I'm keeping them very close. I would probably say 50K right in between is what we'll be looking at. And I see a lot of people being bullish. I see a mix of bearish. And, any thoughts on that before I move on to the next part of my analysis on the monthly?
No, just maybe what we're gonna look at the market maker next time and see how it's chasing the shorts and the longs around.
Well, yeah, I can bring that up in a second, but I think the main point I'm trying to say is it's going to come down here and it's going to freak everyone out and it's come back up in this flag. And once we touch the top of this flag, that's when we're going to see, are we going to go up and break out? Because we need a breakout of this resistance right here. Are we going to break down? So that's the real question. So on the monthly, as long as this thing closes like above 60, 62, creates some sort of doji, or go in and touch the high end at the end of this month, we're good to go. But be very wary because we might get a fake out at the bottom of this flag. Now on the weekly, let's take a look at the weekly. Oh, wow. So we came down. Boom. Doji came up. Bullish engulfing candle. Boom. Bearish engulfing candle. And then now we opened up just a little bit higher. So I thought if we had this bullish engulfing candle, that would have been extremely bullish, but ultimately that was not the case. We actually broke down and we're just trading back sideways into this flag. So ultimately, with this weekly close, it's very bearish. What I want to see with this week is to form some sort of doji and either come up and test 66. Well, first you need to test 62K. And the reason why I got that is from the original all-time high. So there's going to be a lot of resistance coming up here at about 62K. And then we come up to the next level. But I'm also very wary about coming down here and hitting that 50K. So yeah, man, the weekly is actually looking pretty good. Let's take a look at the daily. Yeah, so the daily, what I'm seeing right now, let me get rid of this line. So we're basically trading sideways in the flag. We had the inverse head shoulders, showed us that. Boom, broke down. Showed us a kind of weird looking inverse head shoulders again. Boom, break down. And I guarantee you the market maker's like, hey, man, look at this. It's a cup and a handle. Boom, break down. So they're trying to show you all these bullish patterns, and it's just breaking down like crazy. You see what I'm saying?
The market
So
maker it just wants to do everything that it can within that flag. I'm gonna go run up and down, and that's kind of why I like putting that visual up there because when you show me that for the first time, I know you said you're going to in a minute, but that thing it just sent lights off in my head,
yeah,
showing you how manipulated the market really is. It's crazy.
yeah. Let me put this out here, and we'll get to that. So I just want to look at some Fibonacci levels real quick. Let's see which ones they line up with a little bit better. Yeah, probably the higher one. So if we're just looking at slowly just some Fibonacci levels, we're trading sideways, and this little resistance we got right here is trading close to was at the 0.786. So we're coming down, we break down past the 0.786. There's a good chance that if we're in this flag and we come down on this Fibonacci tool, just like we got on that 52K mark, we could come back down and test this zone again. And in my opinion, what would actually be very, very bullish is if we come down and we have a couple candles on the daily or the weekly down here past the what's that, the 7.786, and then come up. The thing about these wicks is these wicks got filled very quickly, but ultimately that was because people were buying. And what I'm seeing with this market maker is he's trying to shake you guys out like crazy. It is insane. So I think that will definitely be in the realm possibility. So yeah, definitely really good. Here, let me pull that up. So you said you want the
Yeah,
was it
because I really my thoughts and I'm actually gonna go back to check this next week, but I'm thinking it's gonna go not to the fun side. Well, it depends on where you're buying at, but in my opinion, I think I want it to go. I think it's gonna go lower. So
yeah. let's see. Actually, let's do this. Sorry, this thing's having a hard time pulling up. Yeah, we definitely need Bitcoin liquidation map. Let's do Binance. Binance is like the biggest exchange, so maybe we. Oh, there you go. CoinArc. Here, let me remove this real quick.
And while Chris pulls this up, every 278 of you in here, if you haven't already smashed that like button, hit that share button, put the thing out there on Twitter, and let's try to get this thing up to 300 people before it's over with. That would be great for us, great for the Mo, who we're shouting out in this video. Definitely want to go check out his reveal with the DragonX guys. Yeah, guys, let's try to get 300 of us in here. That's what I'm talking about.
All right. Yeah, I'm trying to get this thing loaded. This thing's taking forever. Oh, actually, wait, hold on. I think I just got it just right when I said it's about to. Hold on. Come on, baby. Pull up. Man, dude, I swear my Wi-Fi hates it when I pull up the Bitcoin liquidation map because I guess it's just like a lot of data.
It's the full matrix coming at you, bro. But while you do that, I'll respond to some comments.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, respond for comments for me real quick.
How can you not respect the dude? That's exactly what I was thinking about when I woke up this morning. I was like, honestly, these guys out here hating on the dude, they didn't know about DeFi Kingdom. We all respect the dude. He's a good dev. Yes, thank you, the dude. If you're in here, thanks for joining. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, it was like
noises.
Yeah, okay, I got it. It's taking a minute to load. I got to make sure I get on like a little bit of a higher time frame just to see some levels. No. When I talked to Gugat about this the other day, he was just like, "Yo, you got to go on a smaller time frame." So, I believe it was 3 days or something. Let me take a look. Yeah, so that's 55 49. No, I'll just do a weekly. Let's see if it goes lower in the weekly. Yeah, this might. Oh, let me do the monthly and then we'll go from there. All right, here we go. I know I sound weird talking to myself. All right, here we go.
No, dude, you're good. I really want to see this too. For some reason, seeing this visually changes the game.
Yeah. So from what I'm understanding, here let me just go to 3-day because you can see a little bit better on the scale. So from my understanding, if we go up to the upside, there's a lot of shorts being played right around 60. And then if I took at the 1 month, I haven't done like analysis. Let me go to the 1 month real quick. So we also have a bunch on 62. So yeah, what are you looking for exactly?
I just wanted to see if like where we are currently and where your price target is, if that area lit up bright with longs is all I wanted to look at. So it's that bottom right area where you're predicting the price might go in a week.
Yeah, it's about 210 million and then 295 million. So, that's close to about half a billion. And, keep in mind that this is based on like stop losses and stuff. So some people don't even have a stop loss set. So that doesn't take into consideration. So I mean, if we do go a little bit lower, we are going to see a bunch of liquidation events. Let me look at the 3-day real quick and see what's up. Because we definitely do want to look, because a lot of people trade on very smaller time frames. So you can look out, but you also want to look a little bit closer on smaller time frames, because there is a lot of money sitting down here at 57K on longs right now, and there is a lot of money sitting at about shorts if you look at a smaller time frame. Yeah, so yeah, Gugat was right about this. Now let's look at the 24-hour.
Yeah, that's it. The one you just showed me was exactly what I was thinking about. I was like, I bet you that area is lit
The
up.
3-day. Yeah, the 3-day. You're talking about the 3-day?
Yep.
Yeah. So I think ultimately the main point I want to just get across is when we go a little bit lower, we're going to have a lot of longs get liquidated. And the goal is to get people numb to this market. And once people are numb and nobody cares about it, then that's when it's going to go up. And everyone's like, oh, dude, there's another fake out. And then it's all-time high, all-time high, all-time high. So, yeah, man. So, yeah, looking at this 0.786, I don't think we're going to come down to 42K at the 0.618. So, yeah, man, it's looking good. So, the bearish case we got right here. And then for the bullish case, we need to come out, test about 62K. And if we hold that level or break above it, then we go for the next boss right around 65, 66K. And then if we can hold that or do a little bit of retrace, then we test all-time high 73K. So overall, I think this month is going to start off bearish and then it's going to get extremely bullish. That's my prediction. I could be wrong. So
I like it. I like it. I like it, man. Let's go.
all right, let's talk.
I like how you said the next boss. Like
Yes.
we're in Mortal Kombat.
I love it. All right, let's talk about the altcoin season, baby. We're trading in this rising wedge. Look at that, baby. Look at that. Look at that. It's almost go time. It's almost go time for altcoin season. I am so excited for this, dude. Like, you don't believe, like, so basically, our theory is if you guys look at the 100-month moving average, when we start to test this level, we might go a little bit past or whatnot. We suspect that we're going to start to see a breakdown. Now, some people think that Bitcoin dominance is going to come up here and rise to about 60 or 59K. I mean, no, 59% or 60%, and then boom, come down. So right now, the dominance is coming very close to 100 monthly moving average. And what I think is probably going to happen, and it could very well be this month because we are 1% away. We're about 1% away. And when we look at last month, yeah, bro, last month we went up 2.6% and we're 1% away. You see what I'm saying? So what I think is probably going to happen this month is we come up here, touch this, go a little bit higher, closer to 2%. So what's 2%? So probably right around 58, 59%. And then boom, see you later. Altcoin season is going to start once we touch this line. That is our prediction. How do we get this prediction? Come over here to the the 300 weekly moving average. You see how this broke down right here? It touched and then broke down. Well, right after it touched, you saw a little bit of an increase, about 1.58%. So that's basically the prediction we're seeing on the the monthly chart. So what I think most likely will happen, come up, boom, comes up, and then a big doji, massive doji, even a gravestone doji. And then we start breaking down. That's when altcoin season is going to start. So why are we bringing up this chart right now? If you're in TitanX, if you're in Memecoins, if you're just a degenerate like us and you like shiny objects, when you see this touch, it's go time. That is when we're going to start to see this market go absolutely bananas. Dog coins, frog coins, TitanX coins, bull coins, all sorts of coins, Brett, whatever. It's going to go absolutely freaking bananas. So we're getting very close to altcoin season. And if it doesn't happen, if we don't see this breakdown in September, I suspect it'll be early October. But I really do think we're going to touch and start to see the breakdown sometime either in the middle of September or at the end of it. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I like it. I like it. Yeah, we're there. I mean, can you pull up the MACD?
Well, what time frame you want?
What chart are you on right now?
I'm on the
weekly. Yeah, the weekly.
What do you want to see?
Just the last time it crossed into a bullish divergence.
Okay.
Nice.
So hold on, let me get rid of some of these charts. So right here it crossed see how it crossed right here? You see the green candles and these two lines? You got these, this is the 12 and the 26 moving average over the course of weekly. So this is the 12 simple moving average and the 26 simple moving average. So you see how they cross, came in, and then they crossed again, broke down, came in right here, trade sideways, cross again, came up, broke down. So you can see these lines slowly going out. And then you're starting to see these two lines touch. And this is on the weekly. So there's a good chance if these two lines touch, that's where we're going to see something happen. Now let's take a look at the monthly. Oh, this is interesting. Wow, look at this. Trey Souls, I think you just found something.
Yeah, let's go.
Dude, holy smokes, look at this. So right here, when they began to cross, it went up and then came down. And then right here, when we had cross right here, boom, faked you out, came back up, and then boom, cross, and then they completely split. Okay. So if we're going to get this breakdown, this is interesting. So what we need to see is another red candle and these two lines start to converge on this monthly. And then once you see them come very close to the convergence, it's going to flatten out, just FYI. It's going to do like a nice flat out. And these green candles are going to get very, very smaller. And then boom, red, red, red. And then boom, see you later. That's a very good find. I did not see this.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to see if they were getting close to touching. That's all.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the 12-month simple moving average and the 26-month simple moving average. So the theory is when they cross, that's when you're going to see some sort of price action. But you also want to take a look at the RSI if you're looking for like some sort of bullish divergence or whatever, and that should give you everything. But yeah, all right, we're turning this into a TA class, so let's just back it up real quick. All right, Ethereum. All right, this one's interesting because half the clowns on Twitter love to say Ethereum's dead. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna show you guys a little secret. So first off, it's just a massive bull flag. We broke down. We had a bearish target of 26. We came down, and look, remember, I told you guys about this. The 22,500 right here came down, touched it on that day, and boom, came back up. So if Bitcoin were to drop, that's going to be your first target rate. Well, this actually should be a little bit lower. I'm sorry. So this actually has to be a little bit lower. So the target's going to be 2,122. So the bearish case is it comes down here because this is obviously a shoulder, a head with the double top, and then another shoulder. So it could be potentially a head and shoulders, which means it's going to be bearish, which means it has to go down. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So with that, we might have to come down here and touch 21,324 and then start to make our way up. I highly doubt we're going to come down to 1,700 or 1,781. If it goes down that low, dude, I am backing up the truck on ETH. So
Dishing out all the funds. Give me that ETH, baby. 1,700.
yeah. So long story short, what I want to see with actually, we'll just look at the weekly. So obviously, this is just a massive flag coming across. Everyone likes to make this very, very complicated. So massive flag coming down. If we come up and we break down, touch this line, what I want to see is come back up in and then maintain this flag, and it's going to be similar to Bitcoin. And the other thing I want to say is because I saw everybody saying like, "Oh, dude, Ethereum's dead." I'm going to show you guys something, all right? That will change your mind. So if I come over here to Ethereum logo, all right, you see this Ethereum logo, right? You see that, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Look. You see that? I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to get banned or whatever, but look, it's literally a pyramid on the logo, and it's literally a pyramid on the back of the US dollar. Logo, dollar. Guys, this isn't rocket science. This is like this isn't rocket science. You see these symbols. You want to know
I,
something else? You want to know something else?
I do.
All right, I'll let you finish in a second. But Woodrow Wilson signed the Federal Reserve back in, I think it was right after World War One or something. No, not 1913. And he's a 28 life path. Guess what Vitalik Buterin is?
He's at 28.
Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, he might. I mean, the craziest part is he could, maybe, I don't know if, I'm not even gonna say it because people might think I'm crazy, but
That's
it's
it.
okay. It's okay. You know what? Because symbols and signs and all that stuff is not it's not easy for people to understand. So yeah, but yeah, I do like that you put the symbology. That's a fake word. Symbolism would be the real word, but symbology, I like it. It's the study of symbols. I just made that up, and it's a class. But yeah, Chris, I like that. Pointing out the signs and symbols. We ask for a sign oftentimes and we get one, but we don't understand how to interpret it. So, good food for thought.
Yeah. So with Ethereum, we're trading close to the 0.5, broke down to that zone, and then we're just holding. So it looks like there's a clear magnet over here on the Fibonacci retracement tool. So ultimately, if we sit here and we hold here, and this forms another shoulder, there is very well a good chance we have to test 21.27 so that they can convince you guys that this project is done, and then right after that, skyrocket. So I think right now the bear Ethereum does look bearish. I'm not going to lie to you guys, and I do think we had to test out this magnet and come back into this zone before we come back up into this flag. And then sooner or later, once we get up into this flag, we'll test the upper bound and then off to the races, start testing all-time highs. So yeah, man, I love Ethereum. I think it's a great project protocol. I don't care what says. TitanX is on it, and bro, this every time I see this chart, dude, it's literally showing the McDonald's sign, dude. I'm like, how can you say this is not the market maker? Matrix market maker, whatever. We'll save it for another day. All right.
Bro, we got
Now,
305 people in here right now.
oh, that's
305. Let's go. 3 times 5, that's 15. I'm a 5. Chris is a 1. Let's go. It means something. It means something to have you all here today. 305 of you in here. Dude, that's insane. I never thought we'd have a show that 300 people came to watch. Like, what? This is
pretty
sick.
cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. Holy cow, dude. Omi Kami, let's freaking go. All right. We're
The
just gonna go.
homie Kami, Omi Kami. Let's get it. Now we charting. Now we chart. This is Chris's chart art.
Bro, this is crazy. Yeah. So looks like our box of opportunities playing out like we told you guys. Magnet here at about 2.5 cents. Magnet here at about 39 cents. Boom, broke up. There's a lot of resistance. You can tell right here. You see all these little candles right here. Resistance, resistance,
Mm-hmm.
resistance, resistance. So chances are we come down here, we got to test out this level, see where we clear out, and then we can move up. So just like you guys saw on the Ethereum chart, you see how this is a shoulder, head, and then shoulder, and then came back down and went like that. That's how head and shoulders usually typically work. One thing I noticed is they drop about right around 20% to about 50%, and they usually bottom out. That's why I saw the Ethereum chart. So now that it's coming up, it's just going parabolic. Might have to do a nice correction, test out 40 cents, and it'll start moving up. So yeah, dude, Omi Kami chart looks phenomenal. Weekly, dang, dude, look at that. Came down, spinning top, doji, bullish engulfing candle. And then we're starting off this weekly extremely bullish. Love it. Let's look at the monthly. Bro, look at that monthly, dude.
Dude, Mooner, baby, Mooner.
All right. So you see this. This is called a green hammer. So like a green hammer. It can also you can also claim that this is a dragonfly doji. So a dragonfly doji. So there's gravestone and then there's dragonfly. Gravestone, if you see a gravestone doji, you run for the hills at all costs. Dragonfly on the bottom, that's actually extremely bullish. So just on the monthly, dude, Omi Kami looks phenomenal. this chart looks absolutely beautiful. I love what I see with Omikami. So I do think Omikami will be, in my opinion, could potentially be anywhere from a $500 million to a $1 billion meme coin. That's our prediction. Could be wrong.
Do you know when the first time we talked about Omikami was, bro?
When?
I'm asking. I'm curious, bro.
Well, when me and you talked about it, it was like right here in May, like right when it
We were
started.
buying green. We bought it on a green candle. I'm pretty sure, right?
No, we waited for a correction. So this came up and then it came back down right here at 15 cents. And then that's when we made our entry. Because Shreyo X, he's in the chat. He shielded this to us like right here when it was like $1 million, like $2 million or something crazy. So he was right on the money. He was right. So, and this came up right here. And then right when he came down here, I spoke to Guga, and Guga's like, dude, all magnets are tested. This time, this thing has to full send. And so I made an entry like right here. So, yeah, man. And then bought in right here on this doji, loaded up a little bit more right here because of that FUD event. It was so obvious, dude. It was like the easiest FUD event to get into. And then we're good to go. So, does that answer your question?
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Nice stuff, man.
Cool.
That
So,
just goes to show what kind of payoff you get for listening to the verse, baby boys and girls.
yes, sir. So yeah, man, beautiful trend reversal. Let me look at the daily real quick. So yeah, I'm curious to see where we close out here because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a lot of meme coins. So we'll see how it plays out. But yeah, man, looks good. Let's take a look at Andy. Let's take a look at it. Price action has been too good. We had oh wow, that's definitely a double top. All right, so we're trading at our magnet right here at about $6 million. We came up, boom, traded up, boom, sold off, boom. So we had two tops right here. Couldn't had a massive breakdown. This was when the Blast token launched, and then came down here, and then we started trading sideways right here. This was like a channel, if I recall. Hold on, let me make sure I got the right one. Parallel channel. So right here, it seemed like it was a great loading zone. And then we had the market news and it just broke down. So what I want to see with Andy is it comes down here and I want to see it just trade sideways like this magnet. We could probably put this a little bit lower, probably closer to 2 touches. So 1, 2, 3. So what I want to see is it just trades at this magnet at 6. I'm definitely right now seeing. Can I make a case for that? Nah. It actually broke down that downtrend. So yeah, it still needs to find a bottom. So right now, Andy chart is just trading sideways. Most meme coins are definitely got hit pretty hard. When it comes to this case, you want to find a doji, find an indicator for a bottom reversal, and then after that bottom reversal, that'll be the time to make moves. Now I'm curious on the weekly. Okay, so this is interesting. So we had a sell off and then we have a green candle. So this weekly is going to be important because one thing that can tell you if this thing bottom out is if we close a little bit higher, forms a beautiful doji, then we get another weekly, comes up, forms a morning star, boom, all systems go. So the real question I would probably say with Andy, when is this thing going to bottom and when the entry is going to be made? Because I remember getting into this at about, I think it was like right around $1 million. When we get into this, it was like $1 million.
$1 million market cap.
$1 million, and then I think we loaded more up at like 7 million for that initial run up. So I'm still bullish on this token, dude. I think it's going to be the number one blast meme coin. I still think people hate on Pac Moon for whatever reason, and I think with the blast airdrop, it just got flooded so bad. That's why we had a little bit of a sell off, and then we just had that crazy market event. So I really do think this is going to be a premium meme coin on blast, and I think 6 million is a phenomenal opportunity. So, oh yeah,
I think. Oh
Go
yeah,
ahead.
go ahead.
No, you
I
go
was
ahead.
just saying, like, Crash was saying something today about if you're in a meme coin right now that's even still alive and it has community going on, you've got a good chance that this thing may pop off huge into the future. So it makes me curious what the percentage it is from beginning to what it's at right now, in terms of like how many X's is it up right now?
20.
still up to 20x in this
Yes.
market when everything else is crushed down 90%. That just goes. I think that just goes to show how strong Andy is of a token.
Yeah, and the other thing I'm seeing right here is on the monthly. The monthly actually doesn't look too bad. I mean, I know we got like a big M right here, but actually no, that's not an M. Well, yeah, I guess you could make a case for an M, but right now, oh, this monthly just started. I'm sorry. Never mind. Never mind. All right. So we closed out. We came back down. So the question is where we end up on this monthly. All right. Sorry, I got all confused. I got all confused between the new month and the end month, especially when we do month reviews. All right, let's take a look at Scrolly. So Scrolly had a little bit of a breakdown. So especially with like Omikami is a great token. I do think Scrolly is going to be the number one meme coin on Scroll Network that not a lot of people are talking about, and I also do think Andy is going to be the number one meme coin on Blast. And based off of this recent breakdown, the question is, when are these things going to bottom out? And what I'm seeing with the chart with Scrolly is the same thing I'm seeing with like Andy. We had some momentum. We came up, boom, had some momentum, higher low, and then FUD event. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was actually no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we had 6 weekly red candles coming down here and touching about 500K market cap. So what I think is what we see right here, that was just a double top and then boom came down. So with Scrolly, what we want to see on the weekly, bottom out, trade sideways, and I can say right here. I don't know why this is going so slow. Right here is going to be your like little box of opportunity, and just come in, trade sideways between this magnet and that magnet, and that's going to be probably the best way to get into Scrolly. Now that nobody's talking about it, any thoughts on Scrolly?
Yeah, it's perfect time to get in. I mean, not financial advice. You're sitting right there in that box of opportunity, which is probably the golden pocket if you do a fib retracement. And then I'm curious also now, after a fib retracement, what it's up.
So from launch price, it's up about a 10x, and
Okay,
then
so we're still seeing some strength there. Market cap substantially lower than Andy. So, and just thinking about it in terms of comparison.
yeah. So in this case, probably the best thing to do, dude, is to do an inverse right here from the breakdown. So yeah, so this is one thing I learned from Build the Bull. We're actually sitting right at the edge of the 0.88 Fibonacci retracement tool. So the reason why I'm saying the 0.88 is extremely important is because if you touch the 0.88, what I notice from a downtrend, so you go down and you reverse it, that's going to be a phenomenal time to like load up. And this is just from the local high. So in my opinion, the more it trades at this line right here, the more bullish I'm going to get. And I think this is going to be the best loading zone. So it actually lines up perfectly. So,
Cool, nice.
all right. What else, man? We covered a lot of charts today. Say look at teddy bear. Well, not really. I mean, it's been doing the same exact thing since last time we reviewed it. I mean, it's trading between these two magnets that we pointed out, and it's at a $9 million market cap. So I do think teddy bear could hit a Billy on Pulse Chain if it's the number one meme coin. So I think a Billy's in play. I think 10 Billy's in play. And so if it's sitting at $10 million, what's that? So 100, 1 bill. So if it goes up from 10 to 100, that's a 10x. 100 to a bill, that's a 100x. If it goes to 10 bill, that's a 1000x. So if you think this thing's going to 10 billion, that's 1000x. So what you throw in $1,000, what's that give you? A million right there
Yeah, on 1000x.
on 1000x. Yeah. So you throw in $1,000, that's a million. If you think teddy bear is going to hit 10 billion. So yeah, man. So it looks good. Let's take a look at it versus Rat Pulse. Oh, look at that, dude. It's actually coming up and the floor is actually slowly rising versus Rat Pulse. Look at
Wow,
this.
and it's probably way more X's up versus then that's going to show you how strong of a meme coin that is.
Holy cow. Wow. I wish we looked at this earlier. So this actually makes a lot more sense. So yeah, this is like a massive descending triangle right here. So if Pulse Chain were to, well, we got to take a look at the price of Pulse. But if we were to do like a breakout or breakdown right now, so if we broke out from here, yeah, we would hit our first magnet right up here. So if you guys ever do breakout, you trace down, and if it breaks out or if it breaks down, the length of this little triangle right here will tell you how far it will go down below and how high it will go down above. So that's like a good trick to use for sending triangles. But I think ultimately, besides, ooh, what did I do? Can you see it? Yeah. So besides looking at this, Bear versus Rat Pulse is just trading sideways and it's just doing its thing, man. And this chart looks beautiful, and it's telling me that it makes more sense to hold Bear versus Rat Pulse. Now, if Rat Pulse runs, this is probably going to drop a little bit and then come back up. So it's going to have like a funny. You see this chart right here?
Don't look similar to what it does right there.
It's going to do something like this, come down, and then retrace back up. So, all right, man. Well, we're almost at an hour 40 minutes, so I'm gonna call it good. You got anything? You got anything else on charts or anything you want to talk about?
Oh man, we went all around the blockchain today, folks. We went giving you lots of alpha, talking about new speculation, X28. We covered different utility and Inferno meme
Hold on.
coins today, guys. I know a guy earlier, he was like, meme coins. He came into the stream. It's like, meme coins. Look, man, we just told you meme coins are freaking awesome and they've gotten you new utility now. So you need to go back earlier in the stream and watch what we were talking about today. Tons of alpha, Omikami, Hita Homikami. We got Gugot on the screen.
Yes, sir. And shout out to Gugod. Alien Impulsion has been doing pretty good over the last 33 days. That's a good way to get my attention to use numerology. Yeah, so Alien is also a phenomenal token as well. And yeah, I need to add that to the watch list, and we'll definitely need to actually let's just look at Alien real quick. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, man.
Oh, no, you're good. No, you're good, bro. This is what we do, my guy.
All right, so you look at Alien. So you got a magnet right here. Came up, touch, bounce, touch, broke out, touch. So this is a head and shoulders, clearly. And then it comes down and then levels out. So right here's a shoulder, shoulder. And then once you get about right here and you see that, that's your indicator to get to jump out. Now, this is just based on the price alone. Now, if we go to the Rat Pulse, this is what Gugot's talking about right here. Look at this. So on the Rat Pulse in, last time we looked at it, sending triangle. Let's take a look. Yeah, so actually, yeah, broke down a little bit. So it came down, broke down a little bit, wicked out. So that was a breakdown from the sending triangle. And now this isn't in place, so we'll get rid of that. So now what we're seeing is it's coming down and it's actually trading higher versus pulse. So it's actually looking pretty good. So it's making this beautiful cup. The question is it going to make a handle and blow up? So yeah, man. What this chart tells me is it's definitely better to hold the Alien versus Rat Pulse right now because Rat Pulse is going down. You see what I'm saying?
But just as you're watching the charts each day, you could be dollar cost averaging into Alien and then eventually changing over to Pulse when the time's right.
Yeah, and also like everybody that was in PTGC, believe it or not, you got a free airdrop of Alien. So they had a free airdrop. So if you're in that, you have free money from this project. So yeah, that's another reason why I really like this project as well. So we got a couple magnets here. The bearish case, and then when we get a little bit higher, man, we got tests up here. We got a little bit of resistance, and then we go for the big Kahuna versus Rat Pulse. So yeah, man, I think honestly, all in all, Alien is looking phenomenal right now, just versus Rat Pulse. So good stuff. All right, guys. Well, let's just call it good. I think that's it. Did a great introduction, man. Trey Souls, you got anything else, man?
Man, that's it, guys. Look, last call right now. the last call to action. There is more people sitting in this live stream right now than ever before in the history of the verse. We are making history right now. It makes me happy, makes me excited to be here, makes me amped up for the future of what's going to happen next live stream. But right now, if 300 of you could give us likes, I know there's probably close to like 120 of you that have given likes up to this point. But this live stream needs to be the most liked live stream up to this point. Smash that button, share it with your grandmother, share it with your uncle. Okay, Uncle Rick wants to know about TitanX. Stop keeping all the gems to yourself.
Yes, sir. Sounds good, guys. And like I said, shout out to all you guys, and we will see you in the next one, baby.